All right, we are back with the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your favorite wrestling fan here, Eric Rodriguez, every Monday night live on the GSMC Sports Network to talk about the greatest thing in the world, professional wrestling. We talk about superstars, their inactive statuses, injury updates, contract negotiations, extensions, and new signings. We talk about promotions from AEW to WWE to New Japan Professional Wrestling to Stardom to the GCW to TNA to Ring of Honor if it makes major news in the world of professional wrestling. We talk about it here on this show 1,010%. So without further ado, we got WrestleMania Night 2 talk. We recently talked about Night 1. Like I said, give it a B-, B+. But WrestleMania Sunday, I gotta be honest, I would give that one an A-. I thought that was pretty badass. So obviously WrestleMania in Las Vegas, Nevada, we're gonna start off with this street fight between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. I love the fact that it was very physical. Love the share shots, absolutely. Well, because that's the attitude era in me. These guys, they probably before the match, before they left the curtain, looked at each other like, look, this is WrestleMania, mate. This is something that's going to be linked to our careers for the rest of our lives, whether we like it or not. Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre went out there and had a great show. Had a great match. Honestly, out of all the men matches, this was probably like top 3. Definitely. 1,010%. I love the fact that Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre had, they had nice chemistry. They had a great match. They had a great street fight. A lot of people didn't expect it to be that physical with that much, foreign objects. WWE street fights kind of suck. They're not really street fights. They'll add a chair, a table, maybe even a ladder. Why not make it a TLC match? You'll always get that fire extinguisher, you always get that bump, definitely. But this match was pretty good. Drew McIntyre won. I thought it would have been a little bit more beneficial for WWE to build up Damian Priest. This match, and Drew McIntyre, you've known this with his, WWE tenure. This is not going to be the last time you see these two go at it. I feel like these two will maybe, if the draft doesn't mess it up, they'll continue to antagonize against each other. Maybe leading toward a match at SummerSlam. But, Damian Priest, I love the entrance. I thought that was pretty badass. But although I do kind of like the fact that McIntyre won. But so I can't really complain. This match was actually pretty badass. AJ Styles against Logan Paul. The YouTube TikTok star, the mega star. Fans still hate him. 1,010%. Obviously without the help of Karrion Kross, who really wants to see the old AJ Styles kind of come out. And if you think about it, if you had AJ Styles approach the WWE World Heavyweight Championship picture the way Jay is right now, will the WWE Universe ultimately accept him as a babyface? AJ, yeah, I feel like they will. But as a heel, I feel like ultimately that would create a little bit more fiber within the Jey Uso versus AJ Styles, overall narrative. I like the fact that Logan Paul picked up the victory. I'm sorry. A lot of guys, don't feel like Logan Paul is WWE. I feel like he is. The things that this guy does inside the ring is absolutely magical. He's a WWE superstar whether you like it or not. I don't really see the reason why people hate him. I don't. This guy, if you want a WWE fan, this guy is literally your role model to be a successful WWE superstar. And embracing that heel vision that a lot of WWE creative wants to create. And then Logan Paul, at first, even in his interview in Impulsive with Michael Cole, he was like, hey, honestly, Cole, I feel like I'm getting a lot of go-away vibes from wrestling. And a lot of people, it's cool to be the heel, but sometimes I can imagine it hurts. I can imagine, doing 2-a-days in the gym. Doing everything you can to master the art of professional wrestling, storytelling with your bodies, with your physical actions, along with your with your mic skills. And Logan Paul, he checks all the boxes. I honestly would love to see this guy become a new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I feel like it's going to happen. I see Logan Paul as our new Mr. Money in the Bank. I'm sorry, but it just makes sense. It just makes sense. I would not want to see the briefcase on absolutely anybody else. CM Punk, nah. Seth Rollins with Paul Heyman, no, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Gunther. I don't even want to see Roman Reigns with the money in the briefcase. Although he's never really had it, I would rather see Logan Paul win the Money in the Bank. Because at this point, for him to win a WWE Championship, if he's put in the main event, he's either going to lose or fans are really, really, really honestly going to hate it. But if he cashes in, kind of like an Edge, forces his name down the throat of every WWE fan, it's perfect. It's an absolute perfect picture of him becoming a WWE champion by winning the Money in the Bank. Be like, oh, you only won it because you had the briefcase. Well, yeah, no crap. No, dude, really? That's what the briefcase is for. Do you often look down on a lot of these briefcase winners as, total awful superstars? No, you don't. It's the hate for Logan Paul that's going to do it, and it's the hate for Logan Paul that's ultimately going to propel him up to the main spot. And I got to be honest, I'm happy for him. And I want to see it. I want to see him as a champion. Next, we have the WWE Intercontinental Championship match between the defending Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker, Penta, Dominik Mysterio, and Finn Balor. This match was good. I definitely thought this match was, a little bit of Braun Breaker breaking everybody, but he definitely showed some vulnerabilities in the match, which is good because you don't want to make a superstar look so overhyped. You don't want to make him seem absolutely indestructible, kind of like a Brock Lesnar. Nobody, as a wrestling fan, I don't want to see that. Penta went out there, had a hell of a match, recognized, successful in Penta's eyes. Finn Balor went out there, had a good match, Judgment Day feud right around the corner. He did his job. Dominik Mysterio. The fact that this man he's the WWE Intercontinental Champion, whether we like it or not. I like it. I ultimately kind of thought he would be kind of like a nice little pick for the Money in the Bank. Become the WWE World Heavyweight Champion over Jay, and people would hate it. He would be the top heel in WWE by far, even in history. Everybody hates Dominik Mysterio. The way him and Finn Balor have been jawing back and forth at each other on Raw, Dominik Mysterio, in terms of saving the Judgment Day storyline, is basically saying all the thoughts that's inside the WWE Universe's head. We need a new person. We need a new direction. We need to do something different. Finn Balor keeps on shutting him down, closing his mouth, making him seem like he's the Billy Badass, and Dominik Mysterio is nothing but an errand boy. The fans, I feel like eventually will warm up to Dom. Him becoming the WWE Intercontinental Championship is definitely one of the best decisions. I feel like this match was top two. My number two, definitely, 1,010%. Penta's going to be fine. Braun Breaker, he's heading up to the World Heavyweights division, which he might as well, guaranteed to be. Finn Balor will feud with Dominik Mysterio for that Intercontinental Championship match, which will ultimately cause the demise of the Judgment Day and have, Finn kicked out. I love the fact that Dominik Mysterio, he let that WWE fan inside him. He left that coming to the shows with his dad, Rey Mysterio. He left that beside him. After the match, he was up on the ramp, sprinted past everybody, and everybody was like, whoa, like, why aren't they attacking the new WWE Intercontinental Champion? He went out to the ring and had a celebration. He was standing on the top rope, happy as hell. He accomplished his boyhood dream. He saw his dad do it, being successful within professional wrestling. You see him kind of break character a little bit. The fans showering him with rejoice. Him loving being like a babyface. And he did it all by himself. When Dominik Mysterio and Rey Mysterio, had their feud, people thought, wrestling media, wrestling fans thought that without the help of Rey Mysterio, Dominik Mysterio would go nowhere. Joined the Judgment Day. Still, even myself, I'm guilty of this. Thought that Dominik Mysterio isn't going to do crap without his dad. Nepotism at its best. Went in Judgment Day, had his feud, lost to his dad over and over and over again. Finally won one, broke up with Rhea Ripley, joined Liv Morgan, and look at where he is now. You can't really be upset about that. Honestly, that's the reason why I feel like a lot of fans will eventually warm up to him. Is because literally, what is that song by what's his name? Frankie Val? No, that's not it. The I did it my way. Like, he really honestly went out there and did it his way, and it was pretty badass. So congratulations, Dominik Mysterio. Next Women's World Tag Team Championship match. Don't really have much to say about this. What the hell happened? Becky Lynch comes out to replace Bayley. We don't even find okay. So now we have new WWE World's Women's Tag Team Champions. And it's cool. It's all great. Becky Lynch is a Women's World Tag Team Champion. She needs to be fighting, she needs to be fighting in the singles card. So maybe they find a way to kind of relinquish the titles. Or maybe, Becky tells Lyra that it was a one-time thing. You need to find a partner, this and that and the other. Maybe that happens. I want to see Becky go after Lyra Valkyria to become that WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship match. Championship winner, because when she does, she's going to make that title prestigious as if it is the Women's World's Heavyweight Championship. And, I feel like, Backlash, I feel like maybe Money to Bank might be a little too long, but I feel like this automatically needs to happen 1,010%. Io Sky successfully retains the WWE Women's World Heavyweight Championship against Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair. It was awesome. It was cool. I like that. I kind of like the fact that Io walked out. Rhea, too strong. Belair, way too strong. Both of these women's superstars, kind of cancel each other out. Rhea Ripley, she doesn't have a claim to the title anymore. She doesn't. She really doesn't. So now she has to either be drafted to SmackDown, which I feel like she will be, and then Bianca Belair and Jade and Naomi will ultimately kind of split brands, which is sad because I really wanted to see Bianca embrace that heel role. I wanted to see her kind of I kind of want to see her, be the B word. I can't say it live, obviously. I want to see her absolutely be ruthless. I want to see her go out there and cheat. I want her to, kind of, with the poke to the eyes, the thumb to the eyes, the rake to the face, a referee bump here and there. I feel like that would be great for Bianca Belair, but we didn't get that. I thought we were going to. Io Sky holding the title, I got to be honest, it's perfect. And this match is my number one match of WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2. I'm sorry. But shouldn't be apologizing because you have three amazing, absolutely gifted women in front of my eyes right now that deserved it, and I was hooked. I was hooked on every moment. So definitely the match of WrestleMania. Congratulations to these three amazing superstars, but overall, congratulations to Io Sky for retaining that championship in this amazing match against two, and stellar, amazing, out of this world, incredible women's specimens that is Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair. So that's that's pretty awesome. Main event time. A lot of fans are upset because they saw it coming, and we knew that Cena turning heel. You had to put the belt around him. Other than that, why would you do such a thing? You know what I mean? He's been announced. Future dates. He's made an announcement for future dates a couple of times. Expected to be around WWE till, the end of the holidays. So I feel like overall John Cena, after cheating, well, not really cheating because even Ric Flair, the dirtiest player of the game, John Cena is a 17-time WWE champion, world champion. And he deserves it. He deserves every single minute. He deserves the bask in his glory. You know what I mean? Like, the whole way the match ended, Travis Scott coming out, I gotta be honest, I really didn't like it. And, with him putting the STF on Cody where it looked like he was applying zero pressure, oh, God, like, it was, I gotta be honest, John Cena, with his shoulder tackles and the 5-knuckle shuffle, super slow, like he was, I understand why he did it. I know why he dictated a match like that, because he was like, I don't want to give the fans what they want, and that's cool and all. It was just so slow against both characters, and there's a couple times where in the moves I was like, yeah, it looks like they're not really on the same page. Cody Rhodes loses the WWE Championship against John Cena. And right now, Cody Rhodes is kind of the golden boy of WWE. So what's going to happen on Raw? Where are you going to take this John Cena storyline? Because now Cody Rhodes, he has a rematch clause. Is he going to use it at Backlash? I feel like maybe he will, and that's when The Rock will finally come back after Elimination Chamber, which is kind of stupid. The Rock has been invested in. He's kind of been the back pulling the strings on this storyline without kind of being present, which kind of sucks. But I feel like he has to, overall show his face. But I, feel bad for Cody Rhodes. I do. I feel like he was a hell of a champion. WWE really kind of did bend over backwards for him as well, though. 2 years, back-to-back Royal Rumble winners. Main event of WrestleMania losing. Main event of WrestleMania 40 winning with all the hype. It was about time that Cody Rhodes suffered a loss. It's been so damn long. It really has. So, you can't really be upset that Cody Rhodes, be like, oh, why'd they take the title off him? He had one hell of a run. It's crazy. Full circle, a year. WrestleMania 40, WrestleMania 41. That's nuts. But congratulations to John Cena, our 17-time WWE Champion. He will go down into history books, which is honestly better than Ric Flair. I gotta be honest. I'm not trying to sound mean, obviously, with all the stuff he did outside the ring. Whatever. It happens. But congratulations to John Cena. He's done the WWE so well. Honestly, he has. He's been a soldier. He's ensured the future of WWE for generations to come. And he deserved that 17 championship. I'm sorry. He really did. All right, next we have stars expected to come back to WWE. We're going to talk about them. So grab your favorite snack, grab your favorite ice cold beverage, and join me here in about 25 seconds away. Do not go anywhere.